And a good afternoon to you, rugby fans. Welcome to Providence, Rhode Island, Brown University. It is the Bears of Brown University taking on the traveling Iona Gales in this Liberty Conference matchup at National Collegiate Rugby. I am John Broker, joined by Great American Rugby's Lance Cavanaugh. Lance, good matchup. Beautiful day for rugby here.
We're going to be looking at a very fast-paced game, especially with this Brown side. Iona team who's been battling all year and shown that they're definitely a strong side inside of the conference. But what can they do on the road against the best in Liberty?
We will see. They are 3-0. Brown scored 225 points, had 21 points scored against them. Iona is 1-2 and very different in the scoring. Tara Roberts is going to be your head referee for this one. You see Iona, they are in their maroon and gold. They are going to kick this one off. Running from left to right on your screen, running from right to left, obviously, is the Brown Bears. This Liberty Conference matchup here on Next Level Rugby is just about ready to go. Referee Roberts gets us underway, and there we go. Brown up in the air, takes that one quickly. But was it knocked? Referee was right there in the spot. Initial knock on, trying to put pressure on that kickoff were the Iona Gales. And Lance going to be a scrum here for Brown. This is a strong suit of their game.
From the very beginning, they have to be disruptive. They have to be active. Going after the kickoff, unfortunately, didn't drop the way that they wanted to, but Iona has to scrape and crawl and fight for every bit if they want this match to go the way that they determine for themselves.
Battle of the number 9s here. You see Tommy Burns, a junior for Iona, and to put it in is the first-year player, Charm Tuala out of New Zealand, playing for the Brown Bears. Has been very good in that position so far. Referee is going to bring that one up. Safety first, Lance.
Gotta love a referee with that in mind. That is the call of every referee is a safe match. So let's see how this referee takes control of this game as it goes on.
Can hear just out of the back of your ear there's a Brown Harvard football game going on across the street. Ball to come in here from Tuala. Tuala studying computer science and economics at Brown University. Big drive to get this one going. This is a key point of the game here. Will they get a penalty out of this? They will not. Cameron McAlpine is going to come off the back of that one. Number 8, he's a junior of King's College Wimbledon, has been in the USA Development Pathway programs. Has McAlpine. Brown just inside their own halfway. Tuala taking that ball back, shaping for a box kick. Hamish Goonan tried to get in the way of that, but referee Roberts sent him back. A long raking kick here from the Gales, taken down by Tuala. Rafael Lansanur gets it to the wing. They're using that width immediately. This is Marco LaPierre, another first-year player. He has been a revelation, LaPierre, captain of the US U18s. Gets it to St. John Smith, and St. John Smith loses that one just to the try zone. Great desperate tackle from the Gales. Stops a 5-pointer, Lance.
Rafael has already started this match on a roll, getting that break down the sideline. Incredible offload as he was getting pursued from the inside. Looked like he had himself a very hot start from the very beginning, but that defensive pressure continuous all the way to the try line, forced to knock on the dummy, the stop and go, and that pass right there from one hand to two flick. Just couldn't keep a hold of the ball. You see Iona knows how much that means to him. Keep the score low early in this match.
Iona under a new head coach, Kyle Grandy, this year. That ball goes to Estevez. Played number 8 last year, playing in the centers right now. Tito Ajua in his first start of the season. Ball spills into Iona hands. They're inside their own 22. Looking for a kick here. Kick is blocked. It's in the try zone. Can somebody get to it? Brown is down on that. First try of the game is awarded. Tremendous work. And it looks like it is this player here will get a number when we see the back of him.
But that right there, the defensive pressure was continuous. Brown had the opportunity for the ball, had a tough run going into the try line. Unfortunately, errant pass bounces. Iona, great opportunity to clear their lines, get some space. But Brown has seen none of that. Make sure the defensive pressure was there. Charge down the kick, and all you need is the proper kind of bounce that deep in the in your own defensive end for it to go bad. Iona giving up 5 points after the charge down. Early start for Brown defensive pressure-wise.
Taking another look at it here in a Great American Replay.
Ham with the charge down. Incredible stuff. They were eager to get off that line to stop that kick. Good job on Brown.
Yeah, that was McAlpine, the number 8 that blocked that kick. Lonson Noor here to try to add the extras. He has the range from here, certainly. He hangs that one up, but it's going to go across the front of the post. So we're going to stay at 5-0. Brown Bears lead the Iona Gales. Just under 5 minutes gone in this one.
Well, let's see how Iona stands up to this. Early bit of pressure, giving up the break on the far side. Found a way to save a try, but unfortunately couldn't keep Brown out. And this is a good check moment. It seems early in the game, but this is how Brown takes over matches. Scores early, has physical pressure defensively. Let's see if Iona can keep their head throughout this.
Ryan Charvat, the number 7, to kick this one for Iona. Not too often you see the flankers stepping into the restart duties, but the best player for the job is the one you want. As Brown has 2 pods going up for that one and have come down with it. Nice little break to get some forward momentum for the Bears. Tuala looking for runners. Big Asa Rosenmeyer was a USA U20 this year. Gets to Ejua. Ejua on his first start of the year, as we said, also a U20. Gets a forward pass there, so we'll come to a scrum for the Iona Gales, and they're going to have to get this ball in and out of there quickly, Lance.
Yeah, that first scrum that we've seen in this matchup, even though it's Brown's offensive put, absolutely overpowered. Almost to the point of nearly forcing the penalty, able to get the ball out, but this Browns front row looks like they can be controlling this match. Iona, great chance to set a platform for themselves. They have to hold firm, and this is a confidence moment.
They have the sophomore Hamish Goonan from Australia at number 8. Do Iona. Goonan, a finance major out of New South Wales. Sydney to be exact. The ball comes in for Iona. Big push coming on here from Brown. Ball squirts out the back, so Iona's going to get to hang on to that one. Jerry Lanning playing at number 10. Puts the ball back, but pressure coming from the Bears. Bears gain about 15 meters defensively there as Iona resets it. Ball slips over the top into the hands of Ronan Kale. Brown on defense. First attacking opportunity here. Yakubu Traore has it. We have a penalty for not releasing against the Brown Bears. Opportunity here for the Gales. Will most likely push this one downfield for a lineout.
Yeah, you got to play tactical in these moments. That scrum almost was calamity for Iona. Able to find a way for the ball to pop out and keep possession. Defensive line speed, still the call for this Brown side, who defensively only given up, 25 points throughout the course of their 3 matches this year? Incredible
21.
bit of 21, excuse me. You know, only giving up a
that's
converted try a game is exceptional work from an entire group. That takes 15 players locked in every time they step on the field. Let's see if Iona can break through. This defensive line speed is going to continue to be key.
Ball in from Iona. Well taken there by Coleman Gately. Into the contact they go. Good first phase for the Gales. Gales get it back to Goonan. Goonan into contact. Off they come to Lanning. Lanning finds Charvat. Charvat with a nice line there, working his way to the outside. They are game to play, the Gales. They want to get their season going in the direction they want. Been a phenomenal program for several years. It will be good to see where Kyle Granby takes them. We have a penalty here, a yellow card. A bit harsh. I don't know if the player came up above the horizontal there, Lance.
Yeah, it looks like it was a double tackle, and the second impact completely tipped the ball carrier over. I believe the initial tackler is the one who got the yellow for it. Just a bit of unfortunate play. Those kind of things happen when you're moving at a fast speed. It didn't look like it was intentional or deliberate. Just happened to get him to the higher part of his back and neck on that tackle.
Gerald Lanning has an opportunity, the senior, to put the first points on the board here for the Gales. Lanning, a business administration major out of Flushing, New York, and Queens. One of the many players from Xavier High School now playing at Iona. Lanning pushes that one off to the side. It's going to roll out of the back of the try zone. So we have a 22 for the Brown Bears. They maintain a shutout at the moment. LaPierre keeping everybody honest and goes for it right there. There's LaPierre for a freshman. He certainly has the guts, but it didn't hit the ground, according to our referee, Tara Roberts. So it's going to be a scrum for the Iona Gales right at midfield. Little mistake from the freshman.
I think everyone representing the Gales are wiping their brow on that. Great opportunity for Brown to get away from their own try line and relieve what seems to be a bit of a surge for this Iona side. Brown just with a small mistake. Just didn't get the 100% on that, but good heads up play. Just didn't turn out how he wanted.
Ball to come in here from Tommy Burns, another Xavier product from Marine Park, New York. Junior criminal justice major. Gets us ready to get underway here. Brown with another big drive here at Marvel Field. Just piles right through, and it's a penalty against Iona this time. Again, I said it earlier, and I've been saying it for a couple of years now. Brown has major strength in these scrums, Lance.
3 scrums, 3 positive scrum efforts from that pack. Finally getting the penalty that they've been working for so long. And what a great opportunity to take some momentum back away from the Gales and get a little space on your own.
Big left-footed boot there from Tito Adjua. Adjua from the Harrow School in England. Said played with the USA U20s, was an all-tournament player on the Collegiate Rugby Championship Sevens last spring. Player just coming in here for Brown. They've got the line out set. They go to the tail. Referee's final to get it to Estevez. Estevez into contact, gets it right to halfway, but wasn't held. Or was he, according to referee Roberts? Away goes Goonan. They want to play quick to the Gales. Gets the ball to Charvat. Looking down this weak side they go. Ball in the hands of Jack Reedy. Reedy, the 12.
Good job, thank you, Brown.
Big drive coming in from Brown here at this breakdown. Ball seems to be free there. Taken by Estevez. Tuala moves it out. Asa Rosenmeyer, a very tall and large prop, takes that one forward but spills it. So there's a scrum advantage there to the Gales. They're going to go back for a Gales scrum.
Man, these are being these small little skirmishes of back and forth. Gales got their hand on the ball. Clean attack, getting all the way around to the edge. Brown finds a way to counter ruck and get the ball back just to knock it on one phase later. Now it's figuring out which team is going to get everything correct in sequence first, because the next score is really going to determine how the end of this first half is, or as we move into the middle and ending of this first half.
Now. Ball in straight, please. Okay.
Front row of Gabriel, Mann, and Rosenmeyer for Brown. Will be looking to draw another penalty. Henry Gabriel
I'm confident that you've done
calling for them to come around. He was a U18 in Portugal. Born and raised in Lisbon, but went to Cranley in England before coming to Brown. Did Henry Gabriel. Plays about 7 musical instruments, Lance. Pretty talented dude.
Right. I'm trying to find people who can play at least one. He plays 7. Man of many skills.
I played one poorly when I was a kid. Ball in here for the Gales. Big drive again for Brown. Brown looking for that ball, and they take it away. But this time a penalty against Brown at the scrum. Says players were driving illegally. Sure, they would beg to differ, would Coach Dave Laflamme. Gales take the penalty, move it downfield. It's their line out, just about 18 meters out probably from the Brown try line. Opportunity for this Iona team here. Jordan McKenzie to put it in, the senior from New Rochelle, New York. Played at New Rochelle Rugby, 2-time New York All-Star. Charvat takes that one down. They get it to Yukuba Traore. Traore, a hard runner for the Gales. Fan favorite, as you can hear. always ready to attack. Ball gets to Goonan. Goonan into contact. Ajua comes in, helps out with the tackle. Brown regathers on defense. Ball comes to Lanning, looking back inside. Player goes. Gately doesn't get too much ground, trying to rip it away, and effectively they do. Are the Brown Bears. Estevez gets in there, another Lisbon, Portugal-born player.
Squeaky clean on that gate entry, all right?
Lansanur steps up with the right boot. Probably doesn't get quite the distance he wanted there. Going to be a line out here for the Bears. 5-0, about 15 minutes gone in this first half here at Marvel Field. Next Level Rugby bringing you this
We're just waiting on ball here, guys.
Liberty Conference matchup. Garrett Mann, who I believe was a try scorer for this Brown team.
Back in, guys. Yeah, thanks for that.
Yellow card back on the field, so no points scored by Iona while the player was in the bin. Good result there for this Brown Bears team. They're going to go to the back of the lineup, but it nearly sails over the top. Great work. Ball to Tuala. They're going to run this one down the middle. Nice break for Estevez. Puts a ball up and over, but it gets spilled forward. Just pushing it a little too much there. Going to be a Gales scrum.
So close. They're getting so close to finding that big break, finding that big moment. Again, Brown is on attack, surging down the middle of the field. But you gotta show appreciation to Iona defensively. They're stepping up to the challenge holistically. Might be gaps given up, but it definitely isn't for a lack of effort and enthusiasm on the tackle. And that's what's kept the score 5-0 so far, especially with the knock on early in the match.
Yeah, the Gales tenacious in defense so far. Scrums have been a bit of an issue, but penalized was Brown last time. Brown with another big drive there. That one's out quick. Good work. Gets it out into the middle of the field. Looking for runners. Little chip forward. Touched by a Brown player, according to the referee. So it will be a line out just inside the Brown half for the Iona Gales.
And now you get to see the Gales running a little bit, running just a little bit. Clean scrum, great platform, running a layered attack behind two different dummy line breakers, and they would get the kickoff. Didn't go exactly how they wanted as far as getting lift down the field, but the ball back at midfield is a great attacking platform.
Ball just ripped right down there. That was Rosta Dolnick, the number 4, taking that ball just right out of the air. So attack again here for Brown. Brown getting themselves into their offensive shape. Tuala has a player in his way there. Referee is going to award the penalty advantage. There's room out wide if they can get it here. They go out back, get the ball into Ajua's hands. Ajua gets the ball into the hands of LaPierre. LaPierre continues his scoring streak this season, and the first-year player, Marco LaPierre out of Denver, Colorado, touches down 5 points.
And that's just a great bit of play. Iona on attack. Get the line out midfield. It's a great place to attack for any offense. But the last thing you want is an immediate turnover on a line out. Brown wasting no time going all the way back around, and they can play sideline to sideline as well as anybody in the nation. Finding the speedster down the sideline, and LaPierre getting points. Should be adding a try and an assist. He's been showing up just a little bit on that far side wing, and it's been causing nightmares for Iona.
Yeah, we can certainly play wide, this Brown Bears team, when they get going. Lansanur lines this one up. We're at 10-0 right now. This would take it to 12. Lansanur lines it up. Iona regathering. Good defensive effort so far from there. Lansanur has the distance, has the accuracy. He can hit the hard ones. Lansanur makes it 12-0. Brown over the Iona Gales in this first half. Iona will get us started again. Sharvat from Patchogue, New York, St. Anthony's High School product. Plays flanker, restarts kicks, plays the bagpipes. Charvat pushes one down to the 22. It's taken by McAlpine. Moves it across field to Estevez quickly. Excuse me, that was Henry Gabriel. Bit of a distance here. Big run. David Scott takes that one in, just straight in for the Bears to set up a ball here for Tuala. Tuala hangs one up in the air in the middle of the field. Well taken there by Goonan. Goonan makes some ground, gets through a tackle. Powerful player, this sophomore number 8 for the Gales. Off to the left-hand side they come, looking for some runners. Nice work to get that ball a little wider there. They're at the edge now. Good work here from the Gales. Have to keep this one alive. See a number of bodies in the contact area there for the Gales. Get that ball to Blaze Denson. Denson comes in. Ball ripped away. That looked like Henry Gabriel again. Big run coming here from David Scott. Scott breaks through. He's across the 50-meter line, surrounded by maroon jerseys. Eventually taking it around. Tuala has a dummy runner. They come across. Little offload there. Down to Cortabaria. Cortabaria shows the ball and then goes hunting for some space, and he finds it. He's just about 30 meters out. Tuala. Most of their runners are off to the right-hand side here. Little pop pass. Doesn't quite happen. Turned over, knock-on advantage to the Gales. Gales move this one along. Ball coming out there from Burns. Burns again. Just setting up here, and they want to come back for that scrum, I believe. No advantage according to referee Roberts. All right. Ball down from Brown. It's going to be their line out after a penalty back here. John Brokerwood lands Kavanaugh 12-0 to the Bears. A little technical difficulty there, but we are back with Liberty Conference Rugby. See assistant coach Paul Burke there for Iona. Working with Kyle Granby, maybe in the foreground there. Dave LaFlamme, the head coach for Brown, is down. Ball sails over for Brown. Miscue in the lineout. Taken by the Gales. Referee Roberts, however, has spotted something back at the lineout. Ball is going to be rethrown here. I'm not sure what it was. But Lance, great attacking position here for the Bears.
Yeah, and this is where they go ahead and do a little bit of shopping, go to the mall, go to the food court, see if they can get themselves a nice meal, and they go right to it.
There they go. Tuala standing in the back, just directing traffic there. More players coming in, working to score that try. Ball is still up in the air. And there it is, wrapped up. Looks like it was held up by the Iona Gales. So we're going to have a goal line dropout here. While we're waiting for that, we'll let you know that the Brown women won today over Princeton, 46-5. And other Brown rugby news.
I mean, once again, Iona tenacity on that defensive try line finds a way to hold the ball up, and prime opportunity for Brown against one of their stronger attacking options going to that maul. Great bit of play.
And for a Brown team that's put 80, 90 points, 100 points on teams this season, this is a good first half here showing for the Gales. No, they'd want some points on the board and to be in the lead, of course, but showing some real heart in defense and starting to work, put some pressure on this Brown Bears team offensively. Just 12-0, just under 25 minutes gone. Ball to come in here from Garrett Mann. Garrett Mann, a junior out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They go out the back from Estevez. Little double move here. Gets it to Marco LaPierre. LaPierre headed for the try line. LaPierre taken down. They're getting set up again are the Bears. Ball just out of shot at the moment. Here they come. Little technical difficulties, as we said. We're working on it here. There's a bit of an internet issue around. All held in, so now a penalty against the Gales. Goonan doesn't really want to give the ball away. Henrique Gabriel has a bit of a word with him. Probably just discussing what they want to have for a meal afterwards, Lance. No bad words from these fellas. Ball out, great attacking line out position here for the Brown Bears.
Sir, if you don't stop, I'm going to ask you to leave. If you don't stop, I'm going to ask you to leave. You're distracting me, all right?
Coach Dave LaFlamme playing ball boy there. We wait for this ball to come in from the lineout. It does. Another maul coming here from Brown. Ball gets ripped out. Iona showing some intensity as the ball comes out into the hands of St. John Smith. They move that one a little wider to the Bears. Bears just about 10 meters out right now. Tuwala has some runners out here. Look to come back inside. Big run from David Scott. David Scott. They've been down in the zone for a bit. The great defensive work here from the Iona Gales has shown until Tito Ejua gets a hold of the ball. And Lance Kavanaugh, Tito Ejua touches down another 5. Browns at 17.
They just give you so many options on attack, just stretching this Gales defense all the way to the edge. It's shocking how well they can play from sideline to sideline, adequately spaced, and the timing of that line. No one it could even get close to him, barely get a hand on him. Fullback, all out of sorts, having to cover so much space. One inside step later, and Brown is putting points up again underneath the sticks, continuing the surge that we've seen from him all season.
Lontanur moves up a little closer. Iona just regathering there. 17-0. Brown in the lead. This would make it 19. And we do hit 19-0. Kickoff to come here from the Iona Gales. And Iona, we've been saying to Lance, we're just under 30 minutes here. They're having a good game, staying up defensively. A lot of pluck to them. Really working hard at this. They could use some points before halftime.
Yeah, they just got to find a way to keep their hands on the ball. It seems like they can't really hold on to it for much time. Even when they force a turnover, they again lose it quite quickly. This Brown team is so tenacious around that ruck area, poaching at and jackling any opportunity they can.
Long kickoff wisely from the Gales. Lontanur from Aix-en-Provence, France gets a hold of it. Launches one down himself. Doesn't get the distance he is used to. Lontanur, a biology and economics major. Played for the Singapore Cricket Club, the high school in Singapore, now at Brown.
It's their line out, guys. I'm not going to... It's their line.
Ball here for the Gales. Jordan McKenzie puts that one up to Goonan. Goonan gets it down. Burns moves it out, but not straight according to referee Roberts. So it's going to be a scrum or a line out here, and you can be pretty sure that the Brown Bears are going to take the scrum here, Lance.
Definitely. I mean, it supercharges their attack. They've been given so many great platforms with it. And even if they just decide to play tactically, they've been going to the boot quite a bit whenever it allows, especially when they get slowed down in open play. They do the alligator, the centipede style to roll the ball backwards. So let's see if they go tactically to some kind of sweeper kick, or do they use this platform to really try to add points to this lead that they have.
Tuala was ready to go there with a penalty against Gales for not being able to hold that one up. So a penalty for Brown.
Yeah, mark there. Mark's here.
Most likely will push this downfield. They bring the left-footed Ajua in to put this one downfield. See LaPierre to chase in the back there.
Guys, come on, let's keep it simple.
Great ball, good distance. They're just inside the 40-meter line of this Iona Gales team. Just about 30 minutes gone in this one. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Liberty Conference matchup here on Next Level Rugby. John Broker with Lance Cavanaugh of Great American Rugby. Great American Rugby fame, I should say. They go to the front of the line out there. They get it to Estevez. Little pop pass here and a big break coming, but a referee is going to bring that one back. Says it was forward. Ooh, that's close, Lance.
Oh, that's a tough pill to swallow. Brown again looked like they were going to go right through the center of that Iona defense, and they were through with support, with options, and one whistle eliminates that absolutely quickly. I'm not sure about the forward pass, but the referee's always right, so it was a forward pass, scrum down for Iona to come.
Ball in here from the Gales. Big scrum again, taken away. Tuala has it. Gets it out to Estevez. Estevez with a step. Estevez into contact. Players are there. Tuala takes it on himself, and a lot more of a distributor so far in his time at Brown, but a nice little snipe there. Gains some ground. He's back to his feet. Gets the ball to Frost. Isaac Frost at 10. Hands that one off to Scott. Ball still alive. There should be some numbers out here. Frost again. Ajua takes the contact, but stays alive, gets through the first. Ajua working his way towards the try line, cannot quite get there. Tuala snipes. Tuala scores, the number 9 from New Zealand. Went to De La Salle College, played for the College Rifles Club. Touches down here at Marvel Field, another 5 points for the Bears.
And we're looking at confidence personified. So many offloads, so many strong carries. This is the surge in the moments that Brown has been used to put up multiple tries in a short amount of time. They're finding themselves going for more of these offload options. They're no longer settling for rucks. They're picking going off of the base of rucks. It looks like they're trying to pick up the tempo against this Iona side. And going into half, this is the moment Iona really has to show up, because with every point, every additional try, their chances of making some kind of comeback or a fight back into this match in the second half dwindles.
You can see how much width that attack has for Brown there. All Tuala had to do was kind of shrug his shoulder, and they were kind of covering the outside of the attack there. Gave him a little room to just pop through and score that try, Tuala.
And credit has to be given to this forward pack of Brown, really forcing Iona to condense, to take control in the middle of the field and have that area secure. And his Brown back line was always ready, always on their feet, always surging forward. And you can just see Iona really figuring out they have to shuffle across. They have to get around these rucks. They really have to cover every meter of this pitch, or Brown will find just a little bit of room, slide right through, and add 7 to the scoreline.
26-0, 33 minutes gone, 7 minutes in the first half. Another high kick there, goes up, comes down. Well taken by McAlpine. He gets a little distance there. Tuala looking for some runners and finds it. David Scott has been up to the charts there, the grad student of Cape Town, South Africa. Tuala to the box kick again. Gales player wanted to say that was out there. Cortabaria goes in for the tackle. Well taken by the Gales. Gales ball, but it squirts out the back. A little bit of trouble here for Jerry Lanning. Lanning able to get the ball to the ground safely. Forward pod for Iona. A little work out to this side. Looks like Traore. Yakubu Traore power runner for this Gales team. Long raking kick coming in from the Gales, looking downfield. They find a waiting Brown player. Brown on the move here. Out to that right-hand side. They've been deadly, but that one slips over the top. May have been spilled forward.
Let's go, Gales!
Referee will award the scrum here to the Iona Gales, whether they'd like it or not, Lance.
And you're starting to see a little bit of spark from these Iona side. Being a lot more physical in ruck situations. They're realizing how many times they lose the ball in the tackle area. They're starting to up the intensity to secure the ball more. Able to clear their lines. And that forced a little bit of movement from the Brown side, and unfortunately couldn't keep ball in hand. Iona needs to continue to play with this level of intensity. They want to find themselves hitting back and putting points up.
Iona has a bye week next week. Iona will play Syracuse, who are at the wrong end of a 120 to 10 point defeat to Brown a couple of weeks ago here on Marvel Field. Good scrum there from the Gales, but a late push comes in from Brown. They're going to steal this ball unless they get a penalty. Referee did not put the arm out, so they're going to run. Stevez, good defense coming on him, but Ajua has a hold of it. Ajua, talented sevens player as well. Gets the ball out to Cortbury. It's back to Ajua. He steps a couple. He's at the 22. Tripped up eventually, keeps it alive. Drag towards touch, but Lansanur gets a little pop back in. They can move it across the field now. Rose Stadolnik takes that one in. Stadolnik, California native. Tuala finds Lansanur. They find some runners, a little show out there, working towards the line. That looked like it was Garrett Mann again. Ball is right at the try zone. Gales have done a lot of defense here, and this time it pays off. Fantastic turnover there for the Iona Gales. The referee has a card out.
And let's just picture the sequence that was just laid out in front of us. Scrum down, Brown steals.
That was a try scored, by the way. I got that wrong. I saw the referee put the arm up, and it appeared in the penalty position to me. That was another try there for Brown. So we're at 31. So my mistake there. Honestly, Lance, it looked like she penalized for a turnover.
And she was reaching for the thing for a pad. It might have been a card. But think of the sequence. A scrum that led to a line break, that led to an opportunity to get the ball back to the middle of the field after the line break, and the forward pack raging down the middle of the field is what broke the line to get that try. Absolutely class seen by both the forward pack and the back line to find some connection and get some points on the board for Brown after that stolen scrum.
That kick is good. So we're at 33 at the moment for the Brown Bears. And it looks like that is halftime here at Marvel Field. We'll step aside for a few minutes and be right back with second half action. Lance Kavanaugh, Great American Rugby, joining me, John Brooker, here on Next Level Rugby Channel. Wait around. Second half action coming up. Welcome back to Marble Field at Brown University. A beautiful shot of this seaside community. The Iona Gales, you see there, trail 33-0 to the Brown Bears. John Broker here with Great American Rugby's Lance Cavanaugh. We're going to look at some tries. Lance, let's talk.
I mean, defensive line speed for this Brown side has been paramount to their success. You see the charge down by Cam. Cam jumping in, getting his opportunity, creating opportunity for the Brown side. But one of the things that's most devastating about Brown is their continuity as a group. They find a way to connect the forwards and the backs better than most teams in the nation. One of the best in the USA for that on the collegiate side. And they create turnovers, and those turnovers turn to magic moments. Hard charging run. And all that did was space out the Iona side yet again. Connecting the forwards and the backs has been some of the best play we've seen from the Brown side. There's no reason why they're 3-0 at current moment. There's no reason. That's the same reason why, in which they have such a massive point differential. They create a turnover. That turnover turns into points, and that is a sign of a good team with aspirations of winning a national championship.
Yeah, they are looking to go far again this season. National champions a couple of years ago, lost in the semifinals last year to St. Bonaventure, 33-0. They're up above the Gales. You see coming out to take the field. Brown, coached by Dave Laflamme, assisted by Eddie O'Sullivan. Great coach, formerly coached Ireland and the United States. Ryan Grant, Oliver Julian, and Coach Emeritus Jay Fluke. Trainer Kelly Teixeira. Iona Gales head coach Kyle Granby in his first year. Good friend of my good friend Lance Cavanaugh. And he's assisted by Connor Buckley, an MLR player, and Paul Burke. Ball to come here from Brown. They're going to be left to right on your screen in this second half. Hits the ground, not what Coach Granby would want to start off this second half, but taken now by James Phelps. And it goes into touch, so we're going to wind up with a line out here, I believe, for the Brown Bears. Their maul is pretty close to their scrum, Lance, so this could be pretty obvious what's going to happen.
And that is not the ideal start that you will want for a second half when you're down big against a favorite opponent, strong side such as Brown. Gives them an opportunity to get right into their maul, but not thrown straight. Gives Iona just a little bit of light, beacon of hope to clear their lines here.
Not straight and an uncontested line out.
Way outside.
So we'll turn it over and go for the line out now are the Gales. Jordan McKenzie, local boy to Iona from New Rochelle. Ball slips, it's in the hands of Brown. However, they're right at the try line, and they start this one off going right up to 38 points. That looked like another try for Tuala.
This is, like I said, one of the things you cannot do against such strong sides is make these kind of mistakes. They gave you the not straight, good opportunity, but you got to be able to handle it when that ball goes over the head of your line out. And like most good teams, they get the proper bounce right on time. Charm, finding his good luck charm, ball bounce right into his lap, and to add points to this total for this Brown team, as Iona needs to find a little bit of hope and a little bit of spark to continue competing, because Brown will not slow up. From what we've learned throughout this year, they're going to continue to add to that scoreboard if you don't stand your ground.
Lanza Noor. Looking to get them to 40 here. Rushing defense there. Does not make it, so we are at 40-0. Brown over Iona. We'll take another look at this one with a great American replay.
Yeah, just an unfortunate mistake, overthrown. And Iona's found themselves in moments where Brown will make some kind of mistake and they have an opportunity, but the pressure from this Brown side is becoming a little bit too surmounting of a task for this Iona team to really find points for themselves.
Ball up from the Gales. They change tactic and go short, but well taken by the Bears. Referee says the person who caught the ball wasn't held. I think it was Stadolnik. Tuala looking for runners and finds them. Across midfield they go. Ajua in the first receiver spot. Ajua, little hops up there, just gets back across 50-meter line. A little bunch are the Bears. They'll probably sort this out as they go to another waiting pod. Tuala looking for the box kick. Gets Asa Rosenmeyer in the back there. Tuala hangs a high one. Is it going to go inside the 22? It stays just out. Well taken there by Tito Ajua. What a catch. Brown, all the momentum right now. You see it desperate to get back on sides of the defense there for the Gales, but that little pass went forward to Rosenmeyer. Going to be a scrum here for the Gales, deep in their own end.
And that catch receipt. Another opportunity created by stellar play from individuals on this Brown side. We see him on the left side of the screen, just a little bit gimpy after going up. A lot of tape on that leg, but he's still putting up the effort to go up and get the ball in traffic. Great sense of space, great bit of play for this Brown team.
Big drive coming here from Brown. Brown has that ball. They're still going forward. Players just falling off it there for Brown. Good to go. Referees allowing him to keep going there. McAlpine at the line. McAlpine looks at it. Eventually, the ball is held up by the Gales. Going to be a goal line drop here, much to the dismay of several Brown Bears players. The ball here for
Make sure it's behind.
Iona Gales. This one has to go 5 meters.
No, you can't kick it directly into touch. Eavesdrop.
And I mean, just imagine, John, that we've seen 3 tries nullified for the Brown side. 2 held up, 1 knocked on inside of the try line. Iona, after stopping 3 tries, are still down a pretty large lead. Just shows the kind of firepower that Brown has.
Big run return off of that for Brown. A high tackle as well. So a quick penalty. Ball in hand for the Bears. Player from Iona raises his hand and says, yep, that was me. I'm sorry. Nothing in it there but a high tackle. So Lonsanur steps up. Looking to the corner here for the penalty. We'll go to the line out. Try for another maul. Will the Brown Bears.
Yep, they definitely look like they're going to go shopping. They set up their last try. Even what was just held up was off of a maul. And they had a pick on the backside. This is a good moment to see if they can kind of connect that maul to a backline attack and see if they can go around the far side.
Another messy lineout throw knocked on there by the Bears. So Gales come down with it.
Knock advantage.
Gales go to the boot, try to get themselves a little distance there. Ball held in by Brown. A little battle for the ball there. Chase Nicholas came in. Haven't had a chance to talk about the outside backs of Iona too much. I haven't seen a lot of ball yet today. Got a forward battle there. Henry Gabriel. Portugal U18 working his way across field. He's a tough customer. Gets it to Adjua. Adjua bounces off and keeps it. Cortabaria to LaPierre. LaPierre from this distance is nearly a sure thing as he rounds the corner. LaPierre, and he is under the post here at Marble Field. And LaPierre scores another high-flying try for Brown.
That might be one of the best tries we've seen. I mean, one man holding up at least 4 of Iona's defenders, bashing a few to the ground. The offload gathered and bounced from the air. I mean, we're talking about a collection of great plays. That fin, that bounce off the pass back shoulder, still gathered. Offload before defense can get their hands to slow him down. And we're looking at speed along the edge, along the wing, from a name we've been calling multiple times, including the very first 20 seconds of this matchup. Exceptional play by Brown. They seem to be putting it together.
Lonsanur with a pretty straightforward kick here. Slots that one. Moves his team ahead some more. They're at 47-0. 8 minutes gone in this second half. Plenty of time to play. And you said it earlier, Lance. You can be guaranteed that these Gales are going to stay in the fight. Certainly a proud team, a great program. A few injuries this season. Kyle Granby will do great things with this program. Charvat hangs that one up in the air. Another big line break here from Brown. Big run coming. They just can't stop going forward, this Bears team. Tuala, quick ball. Gets it out a little wider there to Scott. Ball bounces, winds up in McAlpine's hands. He shows to a couple of people, eventually taken down inside the 22. Tuala has some runners. Big Asa Rosenmeyer. Asa Rosenmeyer continues to drive that one forward, pumping the legs. The Massachusetts-born prop. Ball up there, looking for another runner. They find one. Try awarded. Brown, McAlpine again, no problem. Touches that one down. They extend their lead. Brown starting to pour it on as we move forward, Lance.
And he had a bit of contact with his own teammate, charging down to get that forward hit up. But once he had his hands on the ball, there was no one that was standing in the way of that man and 5 points. And McAlpine bringing the big noise. 5 more points to this Brown side. And I mean, the surge forward that Brown had leading all the way up to this, he is pushing people away. Move, everyone get out of the way. Defenders, teammates. He was determined to score that 5. And Brown, again, seems like we're going to see him on this side of the field quite a bit in this second half.
Kick is good there from Lance Noor. So we move up 54. They've broken the half century. Have the Brown Bears. Liberty Rugby Conference matchup here before their bye week. Bears will be able to rest a little bit. Following that, they have AIC currently number 2 in the division, then Fairfield, Dartmouth, and Fordham. Iona next week plays Syracuse. Then Siena and Harvard. Then they have their bye week and finish off the regular season with AIC before Liberty Conference playoffs happen on the way to the NCR National Collegiate Rugby Championships in Houston in December. Charvat gets the ball and an onrush of Bears defenders.
Just a knock. It was a knock.
Seemed to be an earlier knock on. Referee Roberts is going to award this here to Iona.
Yeah, and this is, again, Iona's find themselves in multiple positive platforms, multiple circumstances to really put an ending on this game. And they seem so much like a prideful team, a scrappy team, a fighter team that they definitely don't want to end this match without adding any points to the board. Let's see if we can get Iona surging forward, that they made some adjustments and some substitutes.
Ball in for the Gales. Big drive again from Brown. Can't be fun for these forwards for the Gales. I can feel their pain, Lance. Tuwala looking for that one, but another player breaks to the back. It's McAlpine in the number 8 position. Has to hang on to that, but offloads it. Tuwala. Rosenmeyer takes that one to deck. Tuwala, they're getting good quick ball of the Bears right now. Ajua steps. Always dangerous, able to offload that one. They try to get it out there to Estevez, but it bounces by to Lance Noor, but everything went forward. Just a little rush of blood there from the Bears. We're going to have a scrum here for the Gales.
It's so many things that Brown does that are so intentional. Even just there, they set themselves up with a forward hit up where the forward hit the deck before he was contacted by the defense to set up quick ball and to get him a structuring platform to attack. The minute that he caught the ball, landed 2 feet on the ground and went right to deck, and immediately Brown was around the corner running a layered attack. They find themselves in open play having such structure and organization. And I mean, 54 points is a sign of how that has played itself into this matchup.
Trainer Kelly the Terror Teixeira out there taking care of the Brown Bears. Tito Ajua just seems to have a cramp. So time will be off for just a moment. 54-0 lead here for Brown.
Hey, let's not. Davis. Don't need any more advantages.
And referee Tara Roberts making sure the scrum stays where she wants it to be.
Let's get it figured
From
out.
a rugby playing and a refereeing family, sister referees as well, both played high level of rugby.
We can't keep stopping for cramps and things like that, all right? Why not?
Ajua is up and seems to be okay. 54-0. You would expect to see Coach LaFlamme and his staff roll in some substitutes, impact players, finishers, whatever you'd like to call them. And Ajua will be leaving the field. Most likely Teo Romero will come on.
And those are proud moments for one of your better players and leaders to put the time in, get himself polished, because they got big matchups coming. Quick in and out off the pitch before the 55-minute mark, getting ready for what progresses throughout the year.
And Ajua coming back from injury, so just came in as reserve last week, starting this week. They will need him later on in the season. As Iona is ready to set this one down. Yakuba Traore playing at the number 8 right now. We'll look to move this ball out there quickly. Ball going to come in from Tommy Burns. Big drive from Brown as usual. Ball squirts out the back. Where is it? Referee says it's a penalty against the Iona Gales again. Ball in hand for Brown. Isaac Frost thought about going quick there. They're going to give the ball to Lance Noor at 54-0. Lance Noor looks to put this one out down the right side. They will look for another line out here. Ball made it out there, so it's going to be a line out here for Brown. Just about 5 meters out from the line.
What a
Oh,
monster
excuse
kick.
me, it wasn't a kick. Little discrepancy here. Did the ball go through the try zone or did it go into touch? Referee going to confer here.
Right there.
Oh,
So
that
it went
almost was a
through the
monster
try
kick.
zone.
Scrum or 22? You want the 22?
Assistant referee. They offer a scrum or a 22 for the Gales,
22. Yep. Anywhere along the
and
line.
they have decided to take the 22.
22? Yeah.
I would say good choice, Lance.
Yeah, with how today's been going, you want to stay as far away from a Brown scrum as possible.
But right there, a little miscue. The ball winds up in Brown hands, and Tuala in there digging it out. They have runners getting out quick. Goes by Gabriel, gets to Estevez. Estevez keeps the feet pumping. Trying to rip it away there are the Gales. Through Reedy, but ball comes back out to Brown. Gonna need a distributor here. Tuala shows up, little inside pass there to Rosenmeyer that time. And the big man is rumbling towards the try line. You can see it right in the background there. Gales players are gonna have to get out of the way. Tuala looking for that one. Which way will they go? They've kept it tight so far. Ball's in Stadolnik's hands. Rose Stadolnik makes a couple of more meters.
Get back, all the way back.
Brown wants his ball. They're driving forward. Ball up to Rosenmeyer. Rosenmeyer at the try line. Rosenmeyer over. Looked like a little ball from Gabriel to Rosenmeyer. Try awarded. 5 more points for Brown. They take it to 59.
And
Lance,
just charging
let us know what you
forward.
think.
Just charging forward. I mean, in front of us, as simple as it goes, found themselves held up right there. Big hit by Yakuba, but that offload, there's no one else available. Find themselves around the ruck with no one around, and a dive in try. Just forward pack dominance. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's hard to do color commentary when it's just laid out so beautifully for you. Charge and run, hit up, and Brown adding 7 to the scoreboard, again in dominant forward fashion.
Looking strong as they move to 63-0. 53 minutes gone. Plenty of time left in this one as the Brown Bears continue their dominance of D1 in the Liberty Conference at the moment.
But like we've seen, though, they're still fighting this Iona side. Just unfortunately can't really put it together as far as spatially holding integrity defensively. It's a lot of problems caused by this Browns attack. In a way, they just fly those forwards up the field, really crashing and bending this Iona defense.
So 4 games in, not even done with this one. They've scored 288 points, have the Brown Bears.
No.
That
You're
hit
from the side there. Come on,
300
guys.
for the season in this one. A big collision there. Yakube Traore makes a high shot. Had a couple of words with some players earlier. We'll hope that cooler heads prevail.
Let's finish the game and keep it civil here.
Referee pleading for civility from these players. Hopefully it will get just that. Long kick, great distance there from Lansanur. So Brown will have another line out here, about 26, 27 meters out from the Gales line. Change coming in here. Tony Zhao enters the game. Tony Zhao, a junior from Belmont, Mass. Went to Belmont High School. Greg Bruce coaching that high school program. Immediately gets the ball. Tuwala out to Estevez. Estevez goes out the back, but player not in the right position. Connection doesn't quite hit there, but they're still alive. Ball out there to Lancenor. Lancenor the run. LaPierre is the corner open for him again. LaPierre steps one. LaPierre keeps himself alive. He's at the line. Has some people there. There's some space in that defensive line, but quickly set up there by the Gales. Good work. Ball slips in behind. So we have a penalty for offsides against the Gales. Ball in hand. Referee is going to move it to this mark here. And they're going to go quick. Ball out to that left-hand side by the Brown Bears. Is there room? And there is another try here for Brown. Good work for the Bears. They have been Thomas Bouchard that scored that one.
And again, Brown around the corner, getting it all the way out to the sideline, to the wing. Crashed the entire defense, turned into a foot race around the edge. Unable to get the full corner, tackled, but that pressure, that strain added to a penalty. Iona find themselves offsides, and from that point, the space was on the far left side. We've already mentioned how Brown can get the ball from sideline to sideline. Right-handed passes are the easiest pass to make for most people. And immediately, again, Brown is adding another bit of points to this already growing lead.
Lancenor lines up his kick. If he's good, it would take him to 295, or they'll stay at 293 for the season. We're at 68, hit 70 at the moment. Lancenor strikes it well. Assistant referees are happy. It is moving forward here for the Brown Bears. Gales would love some points on the board before this is done.
Let's go. Here we go, boys. Get up. Let's go.
A little short kick there from the Gales. They're going to try a few things now. They said they're never going to lose fight. Traore comes out. Traore offsides there from Henry Gabriel. Gabriel was looking to shut this big runner down, and he's going to get another bite at the apple. Here comes Yakubu Traore. Traore to the ground inside the 22. Iona, the Gales, looking for their first points of the game. They have put together some good patches of offense here and had to play a lot of defense. Ball slips out of their hands there. Referee says it went straight down. But it's come back to Brown. He's given a knock advantage to them. Tuwala finds some space. Tuwala steps a couple. Tuwala's going to have to go to ground. They're going to have to find a distributor. Are the Bears? That's what there was. Tuwala come up the ends. It's been Marco LaPierre. So the numbers are a little off here today for me. Referee telling the Bears to stop pinning these players in. Other player just goes to the ground quickly there. Not releasing against Brown, and here come the Gales. Gales move that ball across, nearly taken by McAlpine. Referee is going to say intentional knockdown. Or could have had that one. Here comes Jack Reedy. Reedy moves the ball away. Get the ball to Blaze Denson. We haven't seen much of these outside backs. So we want to get out there. There's Jack Husher, his real first touch of the ball that we've seen today. Jack Husher from Coggins High School in Durham, Connecticut. Ball comes out. Charvat. They take it to the ground. We have an advantage here against Brown, so it's going to be Iona ball. Iona, opportunity to score.
Guys, that's 2 in your 22.
Referee, just a little warning there. Reedy puts the ball to the ground. They're going to take this one. Straight in, a little shift there as Yakubu Traore comes in over the ball. Traore really wants that try line. Great player, the senior from Harlem. Played for Play Rugby USA, a wonderful program in New York City. Was an NCR All-Star. Big drive towards the line for the Gales. Gales looking for their first 5 points. Brown defending the line, defending a shutout. Big drive. Ball comes out, looking wide there. Get the ball out to Phelps. Phelps can only hit the ground. Gales flirting with the sideline. Looks like Brown has turned this one over, and they have. Henry Gabriel goes in, takes that one to ground. See if Tuwala goes to the box kick here. He's looking for it. Another player comes in, sets himself over. Tuwala off of that right boot, launches it downfield. Cross they come. Chase Nicholas gets it out there to Phelps. James Phelps, couple of good steps for the fullback. The ball slips. Going to be a scrum here to Brown. Better few minutes there from the Gales, Lance.
Yeah, it was. And again, found themselves in a very advantageous situation. But said many times in this matchup, Brown finding a timely turnover, finding themselves getting a little bit of space relieved. And now, just outside the 22, another opportunity for them to kick to get the ball away from their own try line. And that's the mark of just a good team. Bend but don't break. Found a way to keep the score line at 0 right now. And it's all because of defensive effort and timely defensive integrity from both the backs and the forwards.
Scrum here for Brown. Haven't seen a scrum in just a bit here. They've had the better of that, to say the least, as they drive that one forward. Starts to spin a little bit, so the ball winds up there in Charvat's hands. Was he off early? Referee says he's fine. Big run here coming again from the Gales. Spilled into the hands of the Brown Bears. Brown had a knock-on advantage, but now they're just at their 22. Referee says they're still inside. So if they kick, it can be a lineup from where it crosses the line. Player offsides there for the Gales. Referee Roberts puts them back on side, and a box kick will be a line out here for the Iona Gales inside of the Brown half, just about 43 meters out. Changes have come in here for Brown. You see number 17, Braden Wallace, a first-year player out of Missoula, Montana. Played for the Missoula Stampede. Appropriate name for a team in Missoula, Montana, I suppose, Lance?
Missoula is actually one of the lesser-known rugby factories. They've put out a lot of great players, All-Americans over the number of years. Quiet town in our mountain north, but they know how to play a little bit of rugby up in Missoula with a very well-known Rugger Fest that happens there every year.
Traore takes that one in. And see him getting back to get set there. The ball comes in behind. Looking for some runners now. Going a little wider. Getting the ball to the wing. Touch of the ball there for Brian Duggan, the senior from Breezy Point, New York. Another Xavier boy. Waiting set of forwards there. Big hit. They knew there was going to be no tip pass. So it looked like Pip Blotto there. Happy to come in on an angle to make that tackle. Pushing them back defensively. R. Brown regathering here. Ball out the back from the Gales. Gales just caught up in this Brown Bears defense. Losing ground. May want to think of the boot here. One of their reserves piles his way in. We have a penalty against the Gales now. Henry Gabriel goes to grab that ball.
All right, time's off. Captains.
Referee wants to have a word with the captains as this game rolls on, so let us listen in.
Head sidelines as well. Comment to himself. Speak with people now, please.
Referee telling them to, one, speak with the sideline for one of the teams, and two, wants the teams to just finish out this game in a positive manner. So the referee requesting that.
If I need to end this game early, I will. Right? Give them a minute, please. Time is off.
See some changes there. Eric Estienne, the first-year player out of St. Petersburg, Russia, went to Eton College, wearing the number 20 in the game now for the Bears. Lansanur finds touch that time, so just about 5 meters out. It is going to be a Brown lineout. Joel Hasso is in the game, wearing number 16, the senior applied mathematics and economics major out of Wellington College in Reading, England. Five-player line out here. They're going to go to the front. Ball comes down. Referee says not straight. An issue for both of these teams today, Lance.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a gust of wind that just happens to show up right when the line-out throw is being put into play, but not throwing it straight, especially with a strong contest.
That's fine, guys. Play.
It's just an abrupt way to really kill momentum or opportunities.
Guys, stop complaining and play rugby.
Great words from the referee there. Stop complaining and play rugby. She doesn't want any chippiness here. She wants people to play and concentrate on what they're doing. Gales took the line out the front there, and they're in their own end. From their own try zone, have to hang that one up. Not going to find touch. Going to be in Estevez's hands. He gets to the Lansanur. They have runners out to this left-hand side. Big run coming here. A little shape to the outside. Break for the Bears. They're going to touch down another one. The Brown Bears continue to move the scoreboard forward.
And that break after the kick, you can see that Iona defensively was organized. It was 3-on-3. Everybody can play man up. But just with the right amount of footwork, creating extra space. You see the winger on Iona's side pointing. They're matched up numbers-wise. But that inside-out step, too much space, too much opportunity to break through the line, forcing Iona's winger to crash down. And that's just converting a 2-on-2 into a 2-on-1, making it work and getting around the corner. Very fundamental and basic play by Brown, but they do it at such an exceptional level that it almost makes the game look too easy, and they add another 5 just that quick off the kick return.
Next Saturday afternoon at noontime.
Lansanur. Lines one up from the corner here. A little bit of a tougher kick. Players rushing this one. Not going to make it to block the kick, but that kick is going to fall just short for Lansanur. The Brown commanding 73-0 lead late in this game. We'll have a little referee's time. Might pretty quickly.
There's 31 minutes and 9 minutes left.
It's really 7. They started slow.
We have a few minutes still to go here. You heard a timekeeper there saying 7 to 9 minutes or so. Referee Roberts, of course, the ultimate timekeeper. Ball up in the air. Bounces, winds up in Gale's hands. Advantage, knock-on advantage to the Gales. Ball slips. Brown has come over. We'll come back to that advantage. Should be a scrum here for the Gales.
Let's go.
You want to tell him that
Boys, lock it out.
the clock is behind? Last half,
Tommy Burns getting set to put another ball in for the Gales. Replacement Thomas Bouchard, number 21 here for the Bears.
Five. Set.
Big drive again from Brown. Ball comes out the back. Yakuba Traore. Traore does what he does so well. Gets some extra meters, keeps the ball alive. Jordan McKenzie into Brown traffic.
Leave it.
Well recycled.
Take a step.
Referee telling players to take a step. Comes back to Traore.
Backwards way.
Yakuba Traore at the West Side High School. Produces some music in his spare time. Reedy tries to move that one out. Ball kicked ahead. Here come the Brown Bears. Will it fall their way? Another chip forward. It's a race for the touchline. Turned into a bit of a soccer game, but eventually picked up here. Brown. Get that one to the ground. They're on the attack again. Move this to the 80-point mark. Was that one forward? Not according to the referee, and it is touchdown. Try awarded. That one is Braden Wallace, and Braden Wallace gets a try here for the Brown Bears, the Missoula Stampede man himself.
Mistakes made. Brown capitalizes. Ball hitting the deck. Brown finding a way to double, triple kick the ball down the field. And once their forward pack gets confidence, know that they're running forward, there's not much that can be done if you're not organized defensively and ready to buck up. Unfortunately, Iona couldn't find their players in those right areas. And just like that, again, Brown putting up points. What can Brown do for you? They can score points in bunches consecutively. They're continuing the reign that they've had since the beginning of this season, leading from the end of last year. Very dangerous, very scary side.
They can just score from everywhere, Lance. It's impressive. They're at 303 points on the season right now. They're going to be at 305 should Lonsanur be able to hit this one. Lonsanur lines it up, has the distance, and it's good. The referee says it's okay. So we're at 80 points for the game, 305 for the season. Still a couple minutes left to go here.
To average 76 points a game while only giving up an average of a try a game, what a completely imbalanced and you have to play so physical and connected in order to score 50 plus points a game, but 75 plus is just a sign of who they are. 80 minutes of continual connective play.
Yeah, the first game was 22-11, where some of those points came against Siena. 2 minutes to play, according to referee Roberts, and Brown not stopping yet. Player for the Gales, just a bit left in the dust there. As the finishers for this Brown team try to make their mark, but that one goes forward. We'll have another scrum here for the Gales. Has not been their most enjoyable part of the game today.
There's something special happening in Rhode Island. To be able to commentate and witness it on multiple occasions. You know, the first time, they're a good team. The second time, oh, this is the team they really are. They're a team that forwards and backs connect well. They turn defense into offense and turn that into points. They do the basics well. Minimizing mistakes as the season goes on needs to be their calling card, but they are screaming and yelling and raising their hand to everyone that this is a team competing for a national championship.
On October 12th, 2 weeks from now after their bye week, they will play AIC, currently number 2 in the Liberty Conference. So we'll see where that matchup takes us as Brown continue an undefeated season here at the 80-minute mark. Referee has just a few seconds left on the clock. Brown, big push. They've taken that ball away. Bouchard moves it out. Estevez testing the first receiver spot. Across midfield they go. Brown, Estevez steps this one, and Estevez may put the cherry on top here. Estevez shows one side, goes the other. The big man is at the line. He's near the line. Is he over? He is held up, according to referee Roberts. That will be a goal line dropout here for the Gales. Assumingly there's time to take this, according to the referee.
Man, and what you said is just a reminder of how they're a team of destiny. Even when you have to play toughest competition, it's after a bye week with more time to prepare. This team has all the indications of a championship team. And again, step, and 5 more points for Brown University.
Lonsanur puts one down, brings them to 85. 310 on the season, could go to 312. Again, points against will stay at 21. Nice point differential. I don't think they're going to need it. We take another look with a great American replay.
I mean, we're talking about the combination of moves there. The kick just to relieve pressure after holding up a try in the 80th minute by Iona, or late in the matchup by Iona, also shows the class of competition that Brown is facing. Never give up, even when the score line is lopsided. Brown are being very strong in a very respected conference. Good fight by Iona, unable to really go against what seems to be an unstoppable object. But Brown University showing their class yet again.
That one is good. We're going to end at 82 right there for the Brown Bears. Brown continue to lead the Liberty Conference 4-0. Gales not having the season they would like. Tremendous work by both these teams. Lance Kavanaugh of Great American Rugby, final thoughts.
Brown University is really, really, really good. I can say really about 3 or 4 more times. Well coached. Players depending on each other, backing each other, standing for each other. It's nice for me to be able to watch and witness one of the best teams in the United States on their fight and road to a championship redemption story.
Great words there from the Great American Rugby man himself, Lance Kavanaugh. We'll take a look at a couple of tries here as we work our way out. We thank you so much for joining us. Another look at some of these early tries. Lonsanur across there. You see the nice little pop-up pass. Wound up in Garrett Mann's hands. Taken down eventually by one of their other players. The one we weren't sure was a try, Lance. We take a look at the next one.
And again, both of these tries that you just seen were off with a forward pack, playing with hands to the tip pass or out the back to the backs or out behind to the backs. Continuity is on 10 for this Brown side.
Ball up there. This is the Lance talked about this a bit. That's the Henrique Gabriel charging run there. He does not like to get tackled. Ball bounced off at Jua, but he got it back. How about this guy, Lance? Marco LaPierre, first-year player, was a captain of the high school All-American 7s and 15s. But what a talent he is.
Yeah, we're looking at a bright future from that young man. Seems like every time he plays, we're saying his name multiple times. If not scoring, but creating line breaks and assists and doing what he needs to do. If your edge player can share the ball that way and be dangerous, your team is on the first steps to really explosive plays, and that leads to wins.
These are a couple of bounce-offs here. You see this ball come up from Gabriel, and he's just going to get that one to big Asa Rosenmeyer. Asa Rosenmeyer is a lot of human to stop from that distance. The mechanical engineering major from Belmont High School. Free Jacks Academy player in a U20. Can do a backflip at his size.
He can make someone else do a backflip too.
Another try there. Didn't quite get the number one to that one. Thought it was Bouchard. We take a look at this. Thank you so much for joining us. Next Level Rugby channel for the Brown Bears. For everybody at Next Level Rugby, thank you, Mike Baker, for all the technical work and our camera crew. For Lance Kavanaugh, I am John Broker. This has been Brown University Rugby on Next Level Rugby, Liberty Rugby Conference. Have a great rest of your day.